How can you boost Amazon sales by 80% using SmartRepricer? Hi, I'm Lionel and welcome to 3 Cults. And today we're going to talk about how Denise used SmartRepricer to boost her Amazon sales by 80%. Let's dive in. When the pandemic drove everyone indoors in 2020, most people picked up a new hobby. It wasn't much different for Denise. She decided to become an Amazon seller. She focused on the beauty niche, sourcing products locally and reselling them on Amazon.
I've been selling on Amazon for years, but just as a regular person. I started January 4, 2020, and on the 20th of January, after I had like a bunch of sales, I moved to the seller account. My average monthly sales are between 20,000 and 25, and in Q4 obviously it goes up to like 40 and what have you and stuff. And this year I've changed over my my focus from making sales to making profit.
To balance her 9 to 5 as a contract specialist with her new Amazon store, Denise adopted Inventory Lab for shipment and stock management and used the Prep Center for packing and shipping. Her Amazon shop quickly took off. And as the world reopened, Denise had less time to spend on her store. She had to look at finding the right repricing tool. She started off with Aura, a repricing tool to help her improve her sales. Although Aura worked initially, a price hike and new AI updates made it less viable. And despite making sales, her profit margins were not where she wanted them to be. Because she was managing 300 ASINs, she paid for a tier that allowed her to manage 250, which meant 50 products were not being repriced. Upgrading to the next tier for 1,000 items just wasn't cost effective, so the search began for a new software.
The actual process of switching over the software was pretty easy. It took a little time to get all the ASINs in, to go through and make sure strategies were set properly. So I started like about 8 o'clock that night, doing my strategies, letting things populate, giving them permission and what have you and stuff, and it started populating what have you, and I finished like about 11, so it took me about 3 hours.
As an Inventory Lab user, Denise learned about SmartRepricer through a 3 Cults update. SmartRepricer offered the same functionalities as Aura without the extra cost for core features. So after some research, Denise decided to make a switch. Using 3 Cults tutorials and user-generated content on YouTube, she implemented a strategy and saw immediate results.
Before I switched over, I was averaging around $600 in sales, and the first day I switched over, it jumped to $1,400. And the second day it stayed like around $1,100. My sales went up and my revenue went up, so that's good, because there were things that wasn't really moving before, and I didn't understand the first day. I was like, what's happening? Why are these things selling and they weren't selling before? I still don't know. It's sold and stuff. It's just like it just kept moving the prices around, and then it got a sweet spot and things just started selling, and I was like, okay.
And looking at the results, before switching to SmartRepricer, Denise was making about $600 daily. On the first day with SmartRepricer, she made $1,400. Day 2 brought in $1,100, and when Denise noticed a slight dip to $800 on day 3, she realized this was because she was actually running low on stock, not because of the software's performance. Denise used to manually reprice her products, but with SmartRepricer, products are repriced at a higher price, so you don't have to worry about that.
To me, it was a no-brainer to move over to see if it worked. And I've been with IL for a while, and IL works. So I'm like, okay, let's see if this works as well. So far happy.
It's safe to say that she's happy with the results and ease of managing her stock. And that's how you boost Amazon sales by 80% using SmartRepricer. So if you're ready to use a repricer that can simultaneously increase your sales and margins, then follow the link in the description and join SmartRepricer today. Thank you very much for watching.